Temperature is rising up, 2,000 people on the dance floor. Jump it up, pump it up. Temperature is rising.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Andrew of Vetflix and Chills Tabletop Gaming, come to you live through the power of the internet from the Chills Cards and Collectible Game Room. I hope everybody's had a terrific Tuesday, has an awesome Tuesday night. I am here with one of my cardboard cohorts, Opal. Caleb couldn't, unfortunately, be here tonight. He had some stuff going on. I know he had to take my niece down to some cheerleading events, so he couldn't be here tonight. Fun. But we're gunning through without him tonight. But he will be hopefully here Friday because we have some pretty fun stuff coming up for Friday. So I guess my cat decided to join the live back there. I saw it in the corner of my eye doing its thing. So, but anyways, we're here tonight to talk about Vanquishers, an up-and-coming TCG. And it's a universe with Vanquishers trading card game. It's a fast-paced strategy card game that allows you to choose a hero and build a unique deck and battle against or alongside other players to steal your opponent's energy. So I know you and me, Caleb, we looked at this a little bit. I know I'm one of their Patreon members, supporting the game. Because, you know, sometimes you just find that game, you want to support it. There's a couple of them I'm going to be supporting. Vanquishers one, obviously, and Back Alley Mage is another one. Because I'm writing some lore and whatnot as well.
Loving it.
So, so we're going to talk about Vanquishers. So let's talk about first and foremost, before we jump into their website and look over that, then we'll talk about like the artwork, because I know you were a big fan of the artwork.
Yes.
And then some of the issues, and then not really issues, but something that you brought to my attention that was rather interesting and I didn't think about, which is what came with the print and play.
Oh,
so
right.
we'll talk about that. But let's talk about the development team. The first, I'm gonna not lie, I'm not even gonna attempt last names because that is not my thing. So we'll just go by a first name basis here. So we have the creator and developer Charlie. He's responsible for game design, character illustrations, and character creation. He has been an independent graphic artist and designer for over 15 years.
Wow.
And then you have...
I'm reading stuff.
You are reading stuff. I came prepared.
I see that. First time for everything.
I know.
No. Jason, who is the co-creator, and let's see, he focused on the gameplay system, and he manages many of the projects the team takes care of, like key roles.
Logistics and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And he's marketing communication, right?
Is he?
Yes, right there. Marketing communication.
Oh, yeah, he is.
I even bolded it, and you still missed it.
I don't read well.
And then we have web and app developer Jose, which I'm going to tell you right now, I don't personally know any of these guys. I go to their live events and support them. I talk to them through their Discord and whatnot. They all are super great guys. They are very community based. But I will tell you right now, web and app developer Jose has got it going on, because their website is one of the best websites I think I've ever seen for a TCG.
Yeah,
it's
easily maneuvered. You find everything perfect. I was on it the other day.
It's just
I was like,
you could tell there was a lot of devotion put behind their web.
A lot of thought.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna check it out tonight. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
So he's the web developer. I know that they're building an app.
Are they?
It's going to help you with the counting system, counters, instead of having to have dice.
What you were talking about earlier,
because there is a lot of counter things that go into this game, because you have your shield that protects you from losing your health and stuff like that. So there's a lot of counters you'd have to put on it. But I know they're in the process of developing the app. I don't think it's ready at this time. But that's the thing with games, it takes time.
Oh,
and
of course.
it's not like we've not played many TCGs. over the years with dice.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not going to impair us at all to play the game.
No.
And then the next one is
Brandon, who is the game balancer. So, per this, he's just the game balancer.
So, yeah, he pretty much tests out the game, basically.
He just
essentially
makes
is what I
sure
get.
everything is even, everything's good. Nobody's like one up the other. Just nice and even across the
Which
board.
doesn't seem like a big role, but that's a very, very big role within a game because knowing it's kind of like Malik and Ryan Vincent of Legion's Realms at War. We know that they're game testers, and without them, the game wouldn't work the way it does.
No.
They have to constantly test the game, make sure that it evens and balances itself out so that we can enjoy it. Because they were talking about last night, they had these grenade cards that they originally had, and they became a little too OP.
Right.
So they were thinking about, okay, we got to do something about that. And that's the thing. Sometimes when you're balancing game, things like that slip through the cracks. But like what I like about them is they're very transparent. Vanquishers are the whole team. They say, okay, we made a mistake. We got to go back and we got to reinvent the wheel a little bit and try to redo. They're very, very transparent. They do a state of the game almost every single week, letting you know on Twitch, letting you know where they stand within the game, what they have worked on. And you have to remember, these guys are like you and me. They work 9 to 5s on top of raising families like us.
Yeah.
So it's not easy developing a game when you do that, but when you see all the work they put in behind this game, when you see the constant Twitch streams every week letting you know where they're at with the game, if they were able to work on anything, if they did what it was, it's very impressive.
Yeah. Good on y'all.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing to keep a track of everything like that.
Actually, believe it or not, I want to mention one other person, and it is Charlie's wife. I do not know her name, but she's actually the voice of Cyber, which is who you hear in the tutorial video.
No.
That's actually his wife that did the narration, the voice of Cyber for that.
I thought that was so well done.
It was well done.
That
It was
so
impeccable.
good.
Like, it was perfect. Like, it was
Chilling.
like, yeah, you think like, I don't know if she has like if that's her job narrating, but she did such a she did such a good job of going through the tutorial and explaining how things worked.
Yeah.
And their tutorial video is just, it's like anything else I've seen from them. It's just very, very impressive.
It was thought through. All of this is very thought through. Like, they thought about the consumer, plus, like, even just, I don't want to say dumbing it down, but enough to where somebody who has no clue about any kind of TCG, you can follow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a little more info on Vanquishers. Where can you find them? We can find them on Instagram. We can find them on Discord. We can find them on Twitch. We can find them on Facebook. Just about anywhere we're at. YouTube. Anywhere we're at. The social media. The Vetflix and Chills tabletop gaming channel. You can find them as well. And I'll post all the links in the video after we upload it. So anybody who's interested in checking out Vanquishers more can obviously go and click those links and be taken directly to the Discord if you have questions. They're very good at answering questions on Discord and taking opinions and what people think. They're very active on Instagram. And everything like that. I'm not so sure about Facebook. I know I made some posts on Facebook. I know not everybody's big on Facebook. I use Facebook a lot for our channel and Instagram and other ones, but I know they're heavily involved in Instagram. So yeah, I'll post all those links in the remarks of the video once we upload it. Their Kickstarter does not officially launch until September 13th, which is actually the creator Charlie's birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Make sure if it's a game that you're really, really interested in and it catches your attention and you're like, okay, yeah, this is a game I think I'd be into, make sure you support it. A good birthday present for Charlie.
Yes,
very much what a great time to launch a Kickstarter.
That is the best gift.
Also, Tabletop Simulator. It's we don't play it. No. It's not for us. We are physical cards. Yeah, we have to have it in our hand to play it. Our whole group of 14s like that. Yep. All 14 of us do not care for tabletop simulators.
Us dabble, but not really play.
But take it for what it is. It's a very impressive feat. They actually were picked number 1 out of 25 games for Tabletop Simulator this spring.
Oh.
So that is
Congratulations.
yes, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
very,
a big deal.
very, very big deal. I think if you are a tabletop simulator player, which
Yeah.
I'm not, I
No,
never even
not.
bought
But
the table.
Still, it's still really good. I mean, to be picked out of 25 games, that means you beat 25 games, and 25 doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot.
Well, when you see the influx of TCGs getting pumped out, it is a big deal because
It's a big
this is
deal.
like the golden year for TCGs. It's like every time I turn around, there's a new TCG,
TCG.
throwing. I mean, we had 4 contact us this week alone, asking us to do some
amazing.
coverage, which
I
is
was so
amazing.
excited.
But it kind of goes to show you that they're just pumping out these TCGs, which
Good on them.
It's great, but also at the same time, it makes me wonder: is like how many of these can we actually support financially when they keep pushing and pushing out? We already have a good amount that we support now,
Yeah.
so adding more when we're parents and we've got bills
Yeah.
and we've got sick people to take care of and things like that. It's hard to support and back every TCG. If I could, I definitely would. But
I mean, I would too. But I mean, honestly, for me, and they may feel different, and if you guys do, you do. That's okay. But to me, just by voicing it, talking about it, I think that helps them too. I may not be
Well,
able to financially support, but I'm more than happy to talk and spread it out there to people that would want to.
I think that's what our channel's mostly about. That's what we created the channel for, is not really to back everybody financially, because we know that's unrealistic. We're not going to be able to do that. But what some of the things you can do for free are the most impactful. Spreading word of the game, making video on it, showing it off, promoting it, constantly hitting your social media up, which I do all the time, as you know, for Legions Realms at War. And that little impact is very toxic because it spreads and then everybody kind of starts seeing it. Like,
Even if it gets one other person on my feed, then that person goes and shares it with all their feed. And then even if it's just a few people here and there, it still spreads.
Absolutely, yeah. They have some other game modes, which I'm actually kind of interested in. They have Carnage mode, which is a multiplayer mode.
Ooh.
So you can do a 3-4-way battle, whatever.
Cool.
You have Acolyte mode, which is a raid boss fight style with up to 6 friends. So
A raid?
Mm-hmm.
With a TCG game?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Then you have Incursion mode, which is a board game dungeon style game, which I know that is your jam.
Yes.
So, and what makes me the happiest about this game, because when some games do this, you got to buy certain decks, you got to have certain cards to play these different modes.
Yep.
All game modes will be compatible with all cards.
Perfect. Oh,
So
I love
we don't
it.
have to worry about, okay, I want to go play Incursion mode, let me go buy this deck. I want to play Acolyte mode, let me go buy this blister set.
Yeah.
Like, it gets a little, some games, get like that.
Yeah. What is that? Just money hungry is what I want to call it.
Yeah,
But it's
absolutely.
not the right word. Microtransactions. There we go.
Yeah,
Something
if
like
you're
that.
playing like video games, microtransactions. So I guess without further ado, we'll hop over to the boy, I lost my train of thought because I keep seeing the damn cat in the corner of my eye doing its thing. We'll hop over to the next screen. We will check out the Vanquishers website. I'm hoping the audio works for the tutorial video. I did not have time to test it out because we were running a little late because I had to end up setting up dual monitors to do this, which is not something I usually do because I'm not a technological person. But we're going to hop...
Pretty quick.
I did. I impressed myself. So I'm going to hop over to that screen, and we're going to check out the website, and we're going to show you why this game is so impressive. So let's hop over. All right, so this is Vanquishers TCG's website. Now look how amazing and impressive this website is. It has their Twitter link, Facebook link, so obviously they are on Facebook,
Yay.
YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch.
That one's Steam.
Discord, Steam. Yeah, I don't do Steam. I know that's where Tabletop Simulator's at. I don't do that. And you can email them right here. Boom, bang. But you have what I think is really cool for content creators like ourselves that want to cover this game.
Yeah.
I love this feature right here. You can go here. It's going to make me look like a liar. And look what it allows me to do. It allows me to set up our banner, our logo, and promote our YouTube channel and an introduction to who we are.
How awesome is
So,
that?
and our email in case people want to reach out to us. So, this game is not just getting new players, it's helping small content creators like ourselves grow, because people might go to this, they might stumble upon our profile and be like, oh, okay, let me check this out. And then, you know, they're helping us small content creators expand our viewers.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about this game, much like why we love Legions Realms at Wars, because it's so community based. That's why I love this game so far, what I've seen. I haven't physically got to play it yet.
I'm excited.
That's not going to happen until I get cards in hand, because I'm not going to do Tabletop Simulator, mostly because I suffer from color blindness, and it's very very hard on Tabletop Simulator. But yeah,
that's
so that's your friend, okay? So yeah, that's one of the things I thought was really really cool about their website.
I don't think I've ever seen a website.
I will be honest, I've never seen a website like this.
Discord
period.
and stuff, and you, like, here, post your stuff, you know, all that other kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever seen a actual
let's check
website do it.
They have videos. They have. This is crazy. You want some Vanquishers merch, man?
Already?
Oh my gosh!
There's merch.
You want some? You want a hoodie? You want a T-shirt? You know, whatever, man. You want a Saigon poster? You want a Saber poster?
Nope, I want a Saber poster.
You want a hat? you want a coffee mug? I mean, check this out. I'm a hat wearer, but I have specific hats I wear.
Tank tops, and I'll definitely grab one.
Yeah, check this out, man. They got merch they're selling already.
That is awesome.
They show no signs of trying to slow down. They have, like I said, they do the state of play. If you miss it, they have a roadmap. It lets you know, hey, this is year one content roadmap. This is what we want to do. January, hey, we completed it. February, we completed it. March, completed it. April, completed it. May, this is what they want. They want 350 Discord, 2.5 thousand Instagram followers. So they mark out what their goals are. And once met, they check it off. Orlando MegaCon. I was really disappointed we didn't get to see them, or that they weren't actually at our TCG Con here.
Ours was a little small, though.
It was, but when you're an up and coming game, you want to hit up every TCG convention that you possibly can.
Maybe they didn't work. It didn't work with their schedule very well, which is understandable for.
So, yeah, man, this is crazy, man. This is so much work.
Look at that art. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's laugh when you talk about the art. We'll go ahead and talk about it now, I guess, if you want to.
Sorry.
It has, like, have you ever played Destiny?
Yes.
So it has this
a Destiny vibe.
It has like a Destiny vibe mixed with a Warframe vibe, mixed with like this Predator vibe, and Star Wars. It's like all these things I love, like, combined together, and I think that's really really cool.
But it's still its own uniqueness. Like, we compare it to stuff, but it's not doing it justice comparing it to other things, because it is its own. I mean, we might see that, but other people might see something completely different. But it is its own artwork. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's different. Like, you could compare it to anything, but I don't know. I haven't ever seen these kind of designs before. I think it looks awesome.
No.
Hi, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. We're just looking at the artwork design on the website. Can you imagine? Like, I've seen some of the cards, not in person, but like them passing them out through the giveaways and stuff like that. Yeah. Their cards, by what I see, like I said, I can't make a judgment until I hold one in my hand.
Right.
But what I see is so impressive. They have some promo cards that were actually by a guy that you might want to follow on Instagram named Pop Ninja.
Okay.
His artwork, even though it's very bright and very colorful, and I can't make heads or tails of some of it because of my color blindness, it is art that I think that you would be actually very, very interested in. I would pop over to his Instagram, but I don't want to leave this page. But
it's like Space Magic the Gathering, JR says.
Yeah, it plays a lot different than most TCGs I've seen. And then this is one that I know that you wanted to kind of talk about, print to play. So what's cool is if you don't have cards physical right now in your hand, they have print to play, where you can go here, you can download, and you can get access to all the cards currently out. You can take them to Kinko's or whatever printing services out there now. I don't even know because I don't go to those places.
Oh,
And
this is art
you can
wise.
print the cards out on some cardstock and you can play them.
Yep.
But I know
Which
that
is
there's
pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, but I know that you were like, well, you know, as a mom, single income, as we always talk about, because that's
Yep.
one thing that we always talk
Yep.
about. Because one, we always talk about how we love that the three of us have different lifestyles.
Yep.
That the
Completely
three
different.
that the three of us, you know, it's and I always tell everybody it's great to have a female player in our group to give us opinions on things, like when it comes to art, because we're guys, we're gonna be like, oh, the artwork's pretty, but that's more your thing. So what was the thing
I love
with
art anyways,
what
so.
was the thing with you're an artist, so you know you I've seen some of your stuff. You used to post them in our Discord and stuff and whatnot, so you're a very talented artist. But what was the thing with the print and play that you were kind of set back on?
I just thought about it. Like, first you're gonna have a printer. If you don't have a printer, then you're gonna have to go to Kinko's or whatever it is, any kind of print shop, and then you're gonna have to pay for that. You're gonna have to pay for the prints. You're gonna pay for the quantity, then possibly lamination, depending on the quality of the paper,
Cardstock or whatever.
Cardstock. Even with cardstock, I would still want to laminate because paper gets wet, paper breaks.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Yeah.
So, but if you have your own printer, then that's printer to ink to paper to you got to purchase all that. To me personally, like, it's still really cool. That's really awesome. If you got all that already and bam, let's print it out, let's go. I think that's absolutely amazing option to have.
Yeah.
And that's something I haven't seen before. Because either you got to wait for the cards, or you have to go pick up the cards, or whatever you do in order to get it.
I don't mean to cut you off real quick, but what I've noticed is, I don't know if other people have seen Vanquishers, but I'm seeing a lot of print and play now with some up and coming TCGs. It's something I didn't get to talk to you about.
Oh.
But I've been
never seen it.
I look around at some of the other ones and see a lot of print and play options.
It's
but I
smart.
will be honest, Vanquishers is the first place I personally saw print and play. But I will be honest, we don't look for print and play because it's not our thing.
No,
but I do see what you're talking about. Like, if you go to Kinko's or whoever it is that does those that print, you can be paying a pretty decent
Pretty
amount.
penny.
If you're doing it
rather
yourself,
buy just
if
the
you're doing
cards
it yourself,
anyways.
you're
Yeah.
also having pretty good penny. Let's say you don't have a PC, now you got to buy a computer or a laptop. You got to buy a printer, then you got to buy ink for that cartridge.
Or
It's
go
got
to
to be
a friend's house, borrow theirs,
And it's
pay
gotta be-
them for this stuff.
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
yeah.
So I can see
So-
what you mean about the
It's
print
still
and play.
cool. It's still really neat.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a great idea. I think that a lot of people, cost to provide test decks, etc., is going up. So I see both sides, I guess. And that's the other thing
Have
too.
fun at work.
The cost to provide test decks is expensive. So a lot of these new upcoming TCGs, they're putting so much of their own money into these games
Right.
that it's hard to create the product and just be like, here, you can have this for free.
Right.
Because they're paying a lot to get that printed
Right.
on you know.
That's true.
And so it's kind of hard just to hand people cards out of your inventory, because that's something they could be set to sell at a later date. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, we've been very fortunate with some other games sending us some free stuff. And I've never really taken that for it. I've never really thought about the money they lose out when they do that, when they send us product. And when you think of how much,
I
like,
do.
Legions Realms at War sent us, how much money that's coming out of their pocket, and it kind of makes you start feeling bad after a while. Like, wow, man, this is product that could have went on the shelf and sold, but you're entrusting
Welcome
it
to what
with-
I feel at the beginning.
yeah, you're entrusting us with it to make content,
Yeah.
and it's even harder when you're
To
not
help
this
them.
giant content creator. We're small content creators, you know, 80 views, maybe a couple hundred views. That's not a big content creator.
Bigger than what we thought.
It is faster than what we thought,
Yeah.
but they're entrusting us as small content creators, and that's, to me, like a very good feeling, because
It
it's
is.
like they could go and
It's
they
so
could go
nice.
and find all these big content creators to cover it, but
Yep.
they care about the small content creators too, and that's
And we
that's
care about them.
yes, and that's why we try to promote these games. That's why we try to get the word out there. Hey, you know, we're by no means professional. We say this
No.
constantly. We're not professional. Most of the time, we just hit
I've never
start,
been in a stream
hit start
until now.
streaming, and we just ramble on about whatever we want to talk about. Yeah. Opal was afraid to get behind the camera.
Go
and
watch
then
the first video.
We pretty much had to get her behind the camera to receive her community award from Legion's Realms at War.
Yeah.
And we had to pretty much like
You
get in
guilt-tripped
here.
me.
We did guilt trip her. We're like pretty much get in here. And then after a while she's like,
Lord
oh, okay.
Taylor
it's not so
helped
bad.
with that too.
Oh, Lord Taylor. But yeah, so they got the print and play option, which I kind of see your what you're talking
But
about.
I also understand that too. Like if it is so high cost, yeah, right. Sorry, I read Kyle's message.
She's a pro now.
No.
So
This
is something that I spoke about last night during their state of game. I was like, where can I find the complete rule book? I haven't seen one. I've seen the tutorial video, kind of how to play it, but I haven't really seen like a rule book. And I'm telling you, it was 5 minutes. Kyle was in that stream with me. It was probably less than 5 minutes when I made that comment. Jose, I believe is the web designer.
The web designer.
He had it up on this website within 5 minutes during a live stream that they were doing. He had it up. It was probably less.
Skill.
Yeah, so fast.
Dude,
like Kyle said, it was
I
so
applaud
quick.
You. That is skill.
It was like I said it, and he's like done, and I'm
Bam.
like, holy crap! But look at this
You're a
rule
wizard.
But check out this rule book, man. It is just
It flips open like a book.
yes.
Whoa.
Is this not like just crazy, dude?
You.
I don't know if you guys can
read
hear the
that.
pages flipping as you go
can't.
through this book. Well, we can't.
Oh yeah, we don't have the volume on, do we?
Kyle, let us know if he can hear the flipping, because I kind of want to know. So if we can hit that tutorial video and show off that tutorial video. But look how impressive
Beautiful.
this rule book is. I mean, where have you been to a TCG and saw so much work put into just
Detailed
the website?
Rulebook.
Yeah,
That's
this is
pretty cool for a website.
Yes, I can hear it. Okay,
Yeah.
so and it's a doozy. It is a big rule book. We're used to like the Legion Realms at War rule book,
These
where
ones-
it's flip side, and we got the gist.
And then when we wanted advance, then we got the bigger
This one is
Wow, that's
mighty
a
long.
lot.
It is
Oh,
36
that one didn't
pages. But what I think is really cool.
Look at the back.
Special thanks to Patreons. I mean, me and Kyle aren't on there because
Look
we
at
just
that.
registered as Patreons. But I think this is really cool to do for your Patreons. To
I
show,
just want to
hey,
know what all that says.
That's
I want third language.
That's space talk. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
We don't speak that.
No, I do. I want to.
But since we know the audio works rather well, why don't we check out and let the viewers check out their tutorial video, and we can hear Charlie's wife narrate it.
If it's too loud, please tell us.
If it's too loud, suck it up. This is Vanquishers, baby. Just deal with it. Let the ears bleed.
Kyle says unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Wait, it's gonna make me look like a chump, and it's gonna take like 80 hours to try to load, which I don't understand why.
It's about to. Give it a moment. You're
I know.
impatient.
Yes.
See? Look. Boom. It's done.
We can't. The audience can hear it.
I just like the
So
pretty
I'll just
colors.
mute our mic so we don't talk over it.
Welcome to Vanquishers TCG, a sci-fi hero-based card game. In this tutorial, we will review the standard gameplay. You start by selecting a hero. These are the things you want to be aware of. Hero class faction icon. Life points. Energy shield points. Defense points. Energy shield recovery points. Energy class type. Usable weapon types such as range, melee, critical art, hand-to-hand. This is the V-Trigger icon. Once you V-Trigger, you can unleash your unique ability along with permanent stat increase at a V-Trigger storage energy cost. Now place your hero in the hero slot on the board. Determine how many life points your selected hero has and place the red cube on the board. Your hero has 20 life points. Now determine how many energy shield points your hero has and place the blue cube on the board. Your hero has 20 energy shield points. Place the green storage energy point cube over the icon. This will need to be built up during the game. Now place your shuffle deck on the board in the deck slot. Each player grabs a die to roll. The player with the highest roll will go first. Start by drawing 7 cards. At the start of each turn, you will draw 1 additional card. To activate cards, you must meet the energy storage cost at the top left corner of the card. To build storage energy points at the beginning of your turn, you must exile 1 card from your hand. After exiling, take the green cube on the board and move it over 1 point. You do not have enough points to activate any cards now, so simply declare end turn. At the beginning of your next turn, draw a card. Choose another card to exile and build up your storage energy points. Now with enough storage energy points, you can activate the focus ability. Place it on the board in the ability slot. You have no other action to make. End turn. Now your hero takes damage from the enemy. All damage applies to your energy shield points before your life points. At the beginning of your turn, you can choose to recover your energy shield points by permanently losing 1 storage energy point. Refer to your hero card to determine how many shield points you can recover. This hero recovers 10 shield points. Now draw a card, exile another card, and continue building your storage energy points. Activate Energy Blast. This ability deals direct damage to the enemy. After the ability card has been used, place the card in the discard slot on the board. For this next example, we're going to speed up the game a bit, giving you 7 storage energy points. At the beginning of your turn, draw a card. Activate the Phalanx Weapon card at a cost of 5 storage energy points. This weapon requires 2 kinetic ammunition to use. With 2 storage energy points remaining, you can activate the 2 ammunition cards, meeting the weapon requirements. Now you can target the enemy. First, determine your weapon's targeting value. 7 is your targeting. Then determine the enemy's defense value. 11 is the enemy's defense. Now subtract your targeting value from the defense value, leaving the enemy with 4 defense remaining. Now roll the dice to meet or exceed the remaining defense value. You rolled a 9, exceeding the remaining defense value. Now you can deal damage to the target enemy. Refer to your weapon card to determine how much damage you deal. You now deal 3 kinetic damage. Let's activate your V-trigger. This will allow you to unleash your hero and weapon's unique ability, but it will come at a cost. You will permanently lose those storage energy points. Refer to your hero card to determine the cost. Flip your hero card over to signify that you have V.
Okay, well there it was, Vanquishers. I decided to just, I guess, leave their website like a jerk.
Good job.
But yeah, so yes, Kyle, let's go back to your comment there real quick. That had lunatic over here lose her mind. He said, should they make circle cubes, cubes, and triangle cubes for you because of your special eyes? Yes, everyone who knows me knows that I have special eyes.
I have the giggles.
So, yeah, man.
What are circle cubes?
But I am also terrible at math, so I don't know how this game's looking up for me,
You're
man.
screwed.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, dude, that's pretty much Vanquishers. Like I said, we try not to give our opinion too much until we've actually played the game.
Oh yeah.
Actually held cards in our hand, because that's how we make our determining factor.
Yeah.
We want to see. So that's the other thing with our group. You're an art person, right? Are you still laughing about the eyes comment?
Sorry, go ahead.
You're an art person. You're visual. So you want good art on your cards, which this game does it, right?
I want passionate art. on the cards. It doesn't have to be good. It really doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
To me, I have to see, and maybe I'm just weird, but this is just me. I have to see the emotion in the card, the your person in the card.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to look magnificent.
Right.
You know, it just has to look like you care.
Like they cared, yeah.
Yes,
That's a
like
passion behind it.
you
Yeah,
care.
I can understand that. And then Caleb's more a mechanics guy.
Yep.
He likes.
He wants the gameplay.
He wants the gameplay. He wants to. Okay, I like the mechanics. I don't like the mechanics. And stuff like that. That's kind of his thing that he covers. And then me, I'm the one that really likes to know if it's fun or not. Like, that's at the end of the day, that's what's most important to
Enjoying
me.
it.
Is make sure it's enjoyable. I've talked about my issues with Flesh and Blood. How, like, especially with Blitz, it's just so fast that it's almost impossible for me to have fun playing that game, because once I'm getting into it, it's over. And I'm like, wow, really? That was it? Like 5-minute game? I like games with some longevity. I like a good Magic the Gathering game that lasts 30 minutes,
to enjoy,
whatever, because you were combating. I like a good Legion's Realms at War game.
I mean, it takes our whole lunch hour.
Yeah, so I like a game that has some longevity to it, in gameplay, and that's really what it comes down for me, is if I like the game or not. If it's fun, is it worth purchasing? Because at the end of the day, that's what we want people to know. Is a game fun? Is it worth purchasing? Unfortunately, some of these games that we want to cover, because they're new and upcoming, we haven't had the opportunity to play them. We don't have the cards. The cards aren't available, and stuff like that. So
it's still fun to review.
It's still fun to review, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
We're just here to promote the games and help them grow and hopefully become the next big thing. Magic's been around since 1993, so who's to say what any of these games coming out could be? Our kids as kids could be looking back in 2022 and be like, Vanquishers was the game, man. Like, it's been around for 20 years now. Like, you never know. But I think at the end of the day, whether I like maybe somebody or a person from a company or I don't, because there is a couple games where I don't personally like the person behind the game. But at the end of the day, I would never ever want a game to fail.
Right.
I would never wish ill will towards a game, because that's their dream and that's their passion. And I would hate somebody to say, come over and be like, well, your dream and your passion's stupid and I want you to fail. I would never want somebody to do that to me. And as heartless as some people think I am at times, or how blunt and rude I can be at times, I would never wish... Really? I would never wish ill will on any game. Part. I would never wish ill will. But that's important. It's important to be blunt. It's important to be honest, especially when you're coming to these games. Just because a game would send me free product, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be like, yeah, this is the best game ever. When I covered Legion's Realms at War for the first time,
at first,
I didn't know I was going to be a fan of it. I was very questionable about some of the things, and I was like, I just don't know if this game's for me. I played it a couple times, couldn't really get into it, but now look, it's our favorite TCG.
We played every lunch,
and that's the thing. Like, you just never know until you actually physically play these games. But I'm always going to be blunt. I'm always going to be honest. I'm not going to just tell people your game's amazing because you gave me free product to try out and to show off. I'm going to play the game. I'm going to tell you if I like it or not. And that's just who I am at the end of the day. Yeah. I'm like Vanquishers. I'm very transparent, and I tell it all the time. Even when I get free product and we split that free product, or we get a booster set and we all decide to split it, we are always honest with people. Like, yes, this came from said and said company.
Yeah, we're not gonna...
and then we also do giveaways where we share some of that product.
Yeah.
But Vanquishers, man, I know me and Kyle are just thinking it's going to be a pretty awesome game once the Kickstarter. I don't feel like they're going to have any issue meeting their Kickstarter goal. I think they're gonna blow it out of the water.
Oh, heck yeah.
I have nothing but 100% faith in this game, not because of the artwork, not because of the game mechanics, not because of these flashy graphics and this awesome website.
Which are still awesome.
I have faith in this game because of the staff behind it. What I see from them in their videos, how they are so just there for the community. Yep. How they they're talkers, like we are. They talk. They will sit and do a Twitch stream for 2 hours, diving in through everything. Which we also saw the sweet dice tray.
Yes, dude, that was so cool. I
Ah,
want
man,
one.
that dice tray is, and the
Sensor.
and the packaging for these test decks going out was just, you can store them back in there.
You,
It's just,
you showed me that. I thought that was cool.
yeah, it's something I've thought at almost every
'Cause
TCG
you
game
hate
is.
my boxes.
Yeah, your boxes are. She still has her original Legions Realms at War box. She puts her decks in it, and they are looking rough. I've always thought that games should have a storage box. Like if I buy it, it should store back in that box. Like Magic the Gathering, when you buy the $40 boxes, you
They
can
have the little-
that
they have the little
It's a
things.
hard shell box. You can put you sleeve them up. You can put your cards back
Yeah, well,
in there.
even the regular ones come with those little. I mean, I know they're paper, but they're still a storage box.
Yeah.
It's still nice.
But yeah, so what do you think about Vanquishers?
I'm
Yay?
excited.
Nay?
No, I'm really excited. I
Yeah.
want to play it. Of course, I'm not going to give a definite, but at the moment, for what I see, I love it. I enjoy it.
What's the most intriguing thing you see behind it right now? Like, what's the thing that just captivates you and like pulls you in right now?
Well, of course, you already know
The art.
The art.
Yeah, the art style, which is that's your thing,
Well,
so I understand.
What brought me was the I'm terrible with how to say the names. The girl, it's Saber? Is that her name? Cyber.
Cyber?
See, terrible.
I mean, it could be
she-
Saber. I don't know.
I thought it was Saber. Maybe it's Cyber. I don't know. Anyways, but she drew me in, and of course, I am a female and stuff like that.
I think it would be Saber because
myself-
Cyber's with a C. So I think I think it's Saber.
Oh, Saber is with an I, isn't it?
No, Saber's Sabar. But I mean, maybe
Whatever.
The cool spelling of it. I don't know.
Let us know. Of course, I'm gonna put myself in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I always do. Even video games, animes, all that. I put myself in that
Because we've talked
because
about.
I love the fantasy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bring
She drew me.
Yeah, that's the thing with these games. That's what they're made to do. They're made
Yeah.
to take you out of this crazy world right now into
Yeah,
like these fantasy worlds,
A
and
little bit.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Just-
you don't have
and get
to.
engrossed into
See,
it.
this is what I was talking about earlier. You guys couldn't
The
hear
Reaper
us.
blades.
But look, see how it says her name at the top?
Yeah.
I'm wondering, and from what I've been
They're
reading,
obviously
they're
specific
just
for her,
specific for
yes.
her, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then there's other cards that are generalized
Yeah.
for them.
So
I think.
once the Kickstarter hits, if we
I got his
if we
signed on.
if we get any kind of physical cards, if we decide to go ahead and just do it the print and play option, and we get some games in, we'll do some content on it. We'll talk about what our afterthoughts of it, like the mechanics of it. I know Kyle's really interested in playing it too. But you, me, Kyle, and Caleb, we can play the game. Make Marcelo, Sammy, we can get the group to play. And
Good luck getting Marcelo.
we can
He likes his game.
yeah, he's specific to one game, but we can try it out. We can give our honest opinion once we've played the game.
Both of you are saying they're really cool people. I gotta go. I gotta go.
Oh
Talk to
yeah,
them now.
so their Twitch, I'll put it in the link. So if you go
Okay.
back and watch the video later, you can just hit the Twitch and what is it you do on Twitch? Is it
Oh, hell, if I don't know.
subscribe?
I just hit it.
follow, like?
Follow.
I don't know. I don't remember. But you click the
I
button
have it.
and it'll alert you when they're on. But yeah, they're a super awesome group of people. I mean, they have hit me up on Discord through private messages all this week, giving me some information on the game and things like that.
awesome.
So they're very approachable. They're very dedicated, and that's what really draws me to the game. It's none of these flashy arts work. It's none of that. It's just when you see the passion behind them and how much fun they're having, even though you know they're stressed out to the max because this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
You don't see it. You just see the passion and the drive to build this game. And at the end of the day, that's what makes a game. You can give me $8 million right now and I can make a game. And it's going to be the floppiest turd you've ever played if I don't have passion behind
Yeah.
it. If
And
I don't
it
have
will.
love behind it. So
You have to be passionate about your work, or just. I mean, I agree because even with mine, if I get told, "Hey, I need you to do this," if I'm not passionate about it, I'm still going to make a decent art piece, but it's not going to be to my standards.
Correct.
It's got to be passion. He said turd emoji.
But that's it, guys. That's going to cover Vanquishers. I know, like I said, we try to do this content without like anything physical to show you. We've done it a few times. It's rather hard to do, but luckily we have this amazing website that lets us see what they're working with, that lets us see their plans mapped out and everything like that. Tutorial video, awesome rule book guide on here. Just really cool stuff. So, like I said, I'll post the links to everything in the remarks of the video once I upload it to YouTube. I'll, of course, get on Facebook, Instagram, and all that, and I'll share the video through there. And if you guys feel inclined, make sure you hit the subscribe button on their YouTube channel because it's how it helps us grow. And when you help us grow, and we can cover these games, you help these games get more eyes on them and help them grow as well. And that, at the end of the day, it's important. Don't subscribe for us because we don't get paid to do this and we don't care to get paid to do this. We just do this because we have a love and a passion for TCGs and we want to see these small games up and coming succeed.
Yeah, we don't get paid, we don't get bribed, we don't get nothing to do this. We love this stuff, and this is why we go over it. And we might go over games that we love, and we might go over games that we're not too fascinated with, but we'll still go over them for you guys.
We don't just do TCGs. We have a board game coming up on Friday called Muffin Time that we're going to be playing. It's going to be a few of us here playing, so yeah, it's a crazy game. But weird. As we always say, like I said, check out Vanquishers. I'll put up all those links, and if you guys feel inclined, make sure you subscribe to us. Make sure you subscribe and follow all of Vanquishers.
Go check out their website.
Yeah.
Go check out
their Discord if you want to know more about the game. If you want to talk to the staff behind the game, go to the Discord because they're very vocal on there. But as we say at the end of all of our shows, life's crazy. When it has you down, all you got to do is pick up that D20, roll for initiative, and game on, my friends. We will see you Friday with some Muffin Time.
Muffin Time.
All right, guys. Later.